change operates in a very subtle way in our lives. The fear of change operates as this little voice in the back of our heads, the back of our minds, that tells us it's there to protect us and keep us safe. It's the little voice that holds you back from stepping forward and doing something that might feel a little scary. It steps in, right? It says, don't do that. You're gonna end up looking foolish. You're gonna fail. You're gonna get laughed at. You're gonna feel insignificant. You're not gonna feel enough. And worst of all, you're not gonna feel loved. And anything that we attempt to do, it swoops in and says, I'm here to protect you, Seth. I'm here to save you from that. But it's a lie. The only way you can continue to adapt and change is you have to be willing to face what makes us uncomfortable. The only way you can grow, and it's actually a really easy way. You want to know if you're growing? Do you want to know if you're growing? Do you feel uncomfortable? Are you doing something each and every day that makes you feel slightly uncomfortable? It's a very easy indicator. I hope you never forget this. I think about it all the time. See, because our natural inclination is, I'm doing this thing, I'm not very good at it, it makes me feel uncomfortable, I want to stop. I hate this. I hate the way this makes me feel. It makes me feel silly. It makes me feel stupid. It makes me feel like I'm not enough. It makes me not want to put myself out there. Those are the moments you got to have the little indicator that goes off of like, this is a good thing. This is how I grow. If I feel uncomfortable, I've got to be able to lean into it because this is a moment of growth. So how do you do it? How do you start to what I call cultivate courage? It's very simple, and if you're taking notes, I want you to write this one down. Every single day, we want to find one small thing. We want to find one low-risk area where we can try new things, we can lean into it, and make ourselves feel a little uncomfortable. Find one new thing every single day that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, and you got to lean into it. Right? You feel the fear, you feel the uncomfortableness creep up, and you lean into it, and you do it anyways. Start small. You start small, start with little things, and it will start to grow because, let me tell you something, courage is like a muscle. Courage is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more it grows. How many of you here work out? Raise your hands. How many of you work out? What happens to the body, what happens to our muscles when we don't work out? Do you stay the same? No, the muscles atrophy. We actually lose ground. So I want you to think about that. What happens? What is the consequences of not being brave? The consequences of not being courageous. See, people think, oh man, I wish I was courageous. I wish I was brave enough to face this stuff. It's so nice. You know, Seth, he's a more courageous person. Bullshit. I'm back there. You don't think I'm scared? You don't think I'm back there saying, am I going to be enough for these people? Am I going to show up and do something and say something that matters? I'm scared too. If we don't lean into it, we don't stay the same, we actually atrophy. Courage is a muscle, you got to use it to grow. Here's your exercise.